Well, that was an interesting little break. Probably going to have another one coming up. Trying to figure out how to avoid it. So, here we are. Welcome back. Well, I guess welcome back to me, huh? So, I was doing a little bit of, I guess for lack of a better term, a little bit of updating of various servers and such, and beginning to realize just how limited Redmine can be. I'm not sure that this is going to be the answer, but I do know that there are paths to transition from Redmine to this. I think my biggest issue is just inventory tracking. What happened on what machine? Because that's important to keep track of and kind of impossible. So we'll take this for a spin, see what it looks like, see what we can do with it. Throw it on the cluster. I mean, that's what we have the cluster for, right? I love this though. Hey, deployed on Kubernetes. We support Kube control. No, we don't. Use the Helm chart. So step one, we're going to throw it on with the Helm chart, and then I'm going to see what that Helm chart does, strip it back, and just make a regular deployment with it. Although I think maybe we just start there, actually. Where does this get pulled from? Let's see. I bet it's on GitHub. Let's make sure. Yep, OpenProject. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so it's going to be Postgres and Memcache, of course. Man, I am really concerned about whether or not Bitnami is going to continue. Well, let me take a look. Are you still... You're still listed as VMware. It does now say Broadcom. Has a concern. Any rumors? There we go. Oh, it was deleted. See, I need to start doing this. I just delete mine. I don't throw a random. We'll either fork it or adopt it. Breaking upgrades of subcharts. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that either. Declare more Helm charts for apps, yeah. Well, did we just run down a rabbit hole or what? Deploy and manage open source tools fully automated. Such as... Yeah, I don't think this is a rabbit hole I'm falling down today, but... Oof. We'll just... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Well, I can just do this, and this, and this, and we'll just create a new one with today's date. The file has been changed by another program. Okay. All right, so let's throw in OpenProject first of all, and a link to it. And we'll save this for the future. And that's kind of that. For what it's worth, I know more orgs that picked Rancher over Tanzu, which is showing how lacking VMware's containers. Okay, well, we're done with that. Let's continue on down the road. We've got you saved. All right, let's look at what this chart does. We have the ingress, not worried about that. A PVC, cool. Whole bunch of variables as secrets, I'm sure. Code names, environment. Not even a whole lot there. Okay. Mcache, don't care. OpenID connect settings. Okay. This will probably be the more interesting thing that I'm going to need. I'm not worried about this, actually. Okay. Service account, service. Store the PVC that we're making, and init, of course there's an init container, but that's only if we're using this to create the database, which we wouldn't be doing. App docker prod web. Okay, so it needs the command to run. You know, I'm tempted just to give this a run. Oh, there's a web and a worker. Okay. So let's look at this one. Selector, volumes, blah, blah, blah. Wait for database. Interesting. So it's doing it as two separate containers. Or two separate pods. Does it need to be two separate pods? I mean, it seems to me like this should be two containers in a pod. Well, maybe not. I mean, you might want to spin up more web or spin up more. Okay. You know what? Let's just follow the process first. Let's just follow what they recommend. And then we can deconstruct it later. We're putting you in dev services. Yeah, let's just try installing it with defaults first and see if it works. It usually doesn't, but... Oh, it's gonna create a Postgres and Memcache. And that's going to fail because it's going to try and connect over. Yeah, this isn't going to work. So let's go this route. Hopefully I don't have to reconnect. Open cart. Open search, open project. Let's see how it goes. Probably going to have to connect over and remember how to create a user for Postgres. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Okay, don't care. Credentials to fetch images from private registry, don't care. We're not worried about any affinity. Override the cluster, no. Well, it says to override, so it seems to me like I want to comment that out. We'll see. Define settings for the wait for DB init container. Oh, I hope that's not a problem. I think my Postgres is 15. Ingress we're going to have, yeah, we'll come back to that. Egress. I'm going to have to revisit that one. Image pull. Okay, so it's going to pull 14 slim. Memcache D. Okay, so that's fine. Name override or workers. Cache store, okay. Admin. No, we don't need to worry about OIDC because I don't have a keycloak instance, although it is something I'm considering. Persistence is true. S3 can go away. Bundled. Okay, so we'd set bundled here to false. It says you provide your own database instance. Okay, there. Yeah. All right, so let's do that first. Man, I've been reading quite a bit about putting Postgres on Kubernetes and how it's just a terrible idea. But I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that one. I think I disabled the HA one that I installed. Oh, actually, I think I did it with a chart as well. No, it's still there. What are you in? You're in the DB namespace, so are you still running? You are still running. Ish. Why is that one pending on 3? Not a rabbit hole I'm going down. I wasn't even certain it was still running, and I actually want to make it go away. But I do want to make sure that I have the values.yaml before I just go deleting something. Today, Junior. I do plan on trying to put a little bit more effort into the next security video, because my plan really is to automate all of that security stuff I was doing. I got horribly sidetracked, and then from there I had to go and do some manual labor. There we are. I wonder if that checkbox actually even does anything. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with it right now. I would not want to run into a situation where I've deleted it and something else goes wrong, and then we're not doing what I came here to do. And I guarantee I'm going to have to look it up again. I have not created a user since the last time I created a user. create? I thought it was... create user, adds a new user. Okay. Create user. We're going to call this, what, OpenProject. With, I don't remember, do I have to put, oh yeah, all right. With password. .26, no. pwgen 26. There we go. Oops. There, blah, blah, blah. Oh, do I need to do quotes? I think I do. I think I need to do quotes on the user as well, don't I? With password. What? Where option can be. Alright, hang on. Oh. Let's get rid of this. Let's make these. Hey, there we go. Create an account with the user can create databases. No, that we don't want. And now we need to create a database. Also OpenProject. I don't think there's anything special I have to do with it, right? Web deployment stuck in crash loop, back off. Let's see, secrets, Postgres, here we go. Yep, no, there's nothing special I gotta do. At least it appears not. We'll find out, right? With, and we want owner equals that. Right? Cool. All right. Now we need to let that user into play. No, it's this one. And PG HBA. Whee! And we want you. It's database. Oops. OpenProj. OpenProj. 10.2.100.0. MD5. And that should be that. In theory. human. You can do it. That poor little machine was not meant to be a database server. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing, honestly. Instead of having Postgres in here, I'm probably just going to get a couple of more mini PCs and have them just be a database instance. That's what they're going to do with their lives. High availability between two machines. At some point, I'm going to start getting crazy, though, and start harassing my friends and family to put mini PCs in their basements. I'm not there yet. Yet. Okay. So now we go back over to Helm chart land. We're not going to put you in default. We are going to put you in dev services. We can leave the name alone. What is the default port for Postgres? All things that I should know, but often do you use it? 5432. And we'll make a secret for this. Secrets, but we need to be in dev services. Secrets, and we want a new secret. We're going to call you OpenProject dev. Do I need to create a second database, don't I? Whatever. No, I'm just gonna leave it. I'll clean it up later. Data we want. User is OpenProject and PWD is Anifalotio qui ti quin ohaisai. All right, now it's an existing secret. It's going to be OpenProject. Existing secret is OpenProject-dev. I guess I should have read down this far so that I could see what I should have named these. Listen. Are those, is that two? One, two, all right. Admin password key is going to be PWD. User password key. Wait, what? Does not use the secret. That's not what? Why would the user and password keys be? I think they just copy and pasted that. Nope, we'll find out. Yeah. If you're not using the secret, then you put it here, but we don't. So that's his database password, and we're not creating a root. You don't get root access. I don't care what you think you are. Liveness probe will be enabled, yes. Do one. Yep, we want limits. Service. I guess I leave it as cluster IP because I'm going to be using ingress. Service account, sure. Cedar job, we don't have. All right, let's go back up here to the ingress and egress madness that it was talking about. We're not sending any environment variables. Is there an option to disable this? I mean, that's not really going to be needed, but okay. Ingress class name. Ingress class name is ingress classes. Huh. Look at how clever I am. We do need to add a couple of annotations. We need that one that it actually mentions right there. Kubernetes. Always, never copy, paste. So how else do I .dev.connected me? Oh, right. What's the other annotations? Oh, I have that guy. Yep, I need you. And I need you. And I think it's, yeah, /$1. Was it $1 or $1? Do you remember? $1. Is there supposed to be another space in there? One, two. All right, what's your problem then? Bad intention of mapping entry. In case your secret, okay, it's down to my secrets. That's on me. I mean, who else is it going to be on? There we go. Pink, pink. What? In case your secret does not use the default keys in the secret, you can adjust them here. Alright, what the hell? The preferred way to provide a password is to use an existing secret. Yes. Specify the name of this secret here. If neither an existing secret nor passwords are defined, a secret is generated automatically. Postgres chart will create this secret with generated user and admin passwords. If you want to see the base 64, okay, so I don't need this. Oops. Really? I guess I should have left the admin. Well, we'll see if it breaks. If it breaks, it breaks. Alright, now let's run through and double check everything real quick and then send it. We're not worried about most of this. I'm curious if that's even going to matter. Ingress is enabled, everything's good. TLS is true. Okay. I think I need to switch this to false because it's going to be handled by Nginx. I like that they just throw egress in here and there's just no other information. Cool. What's being egressed? In cache alone for the most part. Workers looks fine. I wonder if I need to disable this because it's being handled by, again, Nginx. Well, let's leave it there. And, oh, I almost just sent it. Rails relative. Oh yeah, don't care. Define admin user details. OIDC is disabled already. We verified. Well, let's double check it. Yep. Whether or not. So do I have to say true there? Or is this being defined enough? It's going to go to default either way. Or it should. Drops all, okay. Bundled, here we go. We need bundled to be false. See, good thing we checked. And bundle is set to false. Here's where we set it, okay. Probe service, all right, send it. Let's see how bad it fails. One thing I have noticed that as of late, certain things, especially Helm charts, have been going a little slower. And I'm wondering if my little Raspberry Pi that's handling all of the primary routing is starting to buckle. Oh, it's funny. If I hold a bottle in front of my face, it goes away. Still installing. Wow. Oh, that's why. Boom. Oh, I like that. Now that I have it set as a scene, I don't have to worry. No, you're not concerned with that. Come on back. There we go. I'm hoping to make the disappearing face happen less often. Did I just crash? No, I did not. But this is still installing. There we go. All right, let's look what we got. We've got three separate deployments. Why are these different deployments? That doesn't make any sense. So this should be is waiting to start. It's a podding it. Okay. What's your deal is? Okay, you started with no problem. Let's go back here. Cedar. Check DB ready. So it created secrets of all of these? Okay. Oh, I got the right password. We got the port. That shouldn't be an issue. Oh, you RBC. Oh, here we go. Mounting arguments -t CFS. Well, that's new. Okay. Fine. I guess I did need to define my storage class, huh? Let's go back to this. We're gonna open you. We're gonna update it as soon as it finishes loading. Maybe I just need a green screen. This AI thing is iffy. We want to upgrade. And we're going to use NFS CSI v3. Copy. All right. So we need to find storage class. Perfect. Why'd you do that? Upgrade and close. No sense keeping you open. Dooby-doo. Oh, interesting. We lost our spinny. I'm going to be sad when I finally have to just try and switch over to K9s or one of those appropriately updated applications for this purpose. Still pending upgrade. There we go. Let's see what your deal is now. Waiting for volume controller to create. Okay. Let's see. They look pretty bound to me. Well, I need to get rid of that. Zero 5 nodes waiting for volume control. What? Why are you still going here? You should not be going here anymore. I guess we try again. I'm gonna have to upgrade you. Control A, Control C. In the trash with you. Well, actually, let's try and be a little more detailed. Like, okay, we put it here, right? Is that the right place? Because, yeah, it appears that there's a few options here. That's my bad. Storage class name. That's probably the only one that matters. Are you not entertained? I'm entertained. Well, while we wait for that to upgrade again, I'll try to knock my mouse off the table. I don't understand why you would want to install. Well, I don't understand how many package managers do we need? Yeah. Do we really need another one? Really? And it seems like the people that adopt them become kind of evangelistic about it. Still updating. Currently using Go. Okay. I feel like I've done... I think I did it this way last time. Now, is there... Oh, I can use the Snap Store instead of Brew or Homebrew or OS Brew or whatever the hell you want to call it this week. Or you want to use this week. Snapd is already enabled. Let's see what it looks like. Oop. I feel like I've done it before, but I did just install it, didn't I? Okay. So now do I have to run it via Snap too? Ugh. No. Cannot find app k8s in k8s. Okay. Did I just install malware from Ubuntu? I mean, I installed Ubuntu, right? Let's try this. There we go. Just gonna have it open. It does not. Why don't you have it? Why is open? Why? Okay. Well, how's this going? Of course. Warning, destination from Memcache service session affinity is a table. Cannot patch with kind PVC because it was already there. Okay. Fine. You all copy you in the trash. Charts. And I try to send my mouse off the table again. We need the OpenProject. We do the install. We Control A, Control V. send. Because of course it's not going to let us change the storage. Should have known. These installs take longer and longer. All right. Latest edge, latest stable. Latest stable is what we want. Let's see what happens if we do it here. Maybe it'll give me some sort of error. That's it. Nope, it just nothing. All right. We're going to make that another day, I guess. Oh, that seemed to go a little faster. That's a plus. Why are you guys still here? And being attached to. I don't like you. I don't think that this worked. Just call it a hunch. I know why. Dumb. Put it in the wrong place. That's alright. We can run it out of default. I don't care. But it's still pulling from SMB, and it should not be. Especially not this one. That's not ideal. Okay, let's see what memcache. Scaling, we're using the bundled. Everything normal. Image secrets. Yeah, I told you not to use that one. Why are you using that one? Because you're just gonna hang and hang. Well, alright, fine. You're not gonna just hang and hang, but everybody else will, alright? See, and these ones are going to say cannot create. Operation now in progress. All right, let's backtrack through this. Let's start with worker. Default queues and then resource limits. Okay. Web is not even there because of course it's not. This is definitely part of the reason that I hate Helm charts. Current repository Postgres. You should be disabled. These are all going to hang forever because of wait for DB, because, all right, we need to get rid of wait for DB. Which, is that init DB or is that cache? You're disabled, so you don't matter. This is the one that's having an issue, realistically. But it's still just, at the end of the day, this. Outing failed for volume, blah, 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 RPC error code. Go back to the release. Let's trash you. Let's start this over. Put you in the right place, too. Let's also make sure all of these go away. Oh, those are temps. So those shouldn't be even using, you should be using temp file system. Is this pod just not going yet? Now I'm curious if the same thing is happening in dev services. Yeah, they're still just sitting here hung. I guess we just get rid of them on this end. If it'll let us. But it won't, because this guy's still just sitting here. And it won't matter because it's going to keep trying to redeploy. Oh, because it's the job. Like a New York cop, it's the job. All right, so now that's gone. Claims are gone. All right, that's going to be true over in default too, so, or it's not for reasons. Fine. Man, I love Helm so friggin' much. Okay. The entire S3 portion can go. Do I need the cedar job? I'm going to say no. We always need a good probing. All right, global security context. Cool, that's important. I feel like I should change this to just say get from secret and do it that way, but I'm not going to, not yet. Persistence, true, from NFS, hopefully. Use temp volumes. True. Let's do that. Maybe that's what happened. We don't need this. Host and etc. Okay. Let's see. See what this does. Because why not, right? What else are we doing right now? Dedicated WordPress for Intel is the most popular. Depreciated. Dedicated. Why is there WordPress for Intel? Sometimes I like just poking at some of these. Just like, what's that? I mean, Bitnami does have a lot of cool stuff available. I'm just always concerned with the actual outcomes. I did it again. It's in default. Whatever. Is it the same though? It's the same. Why? Why is this happening? You know what? Let's try this. If I edit this and then edit this and I just change default, is that going to work? Because I think it's just an annotation if I remember right. Yeah. I just take you, copy. I mean, this is not the right way to do it, but at this point, I just, what? At this point, I just want to get the stupid thing running. I mean, it's been an hour and 12 minutes. Let's get past this. We're going to save you. We're going to save you. We're going to go back here. And I'm just going to garbage this. Because I don't want it in default. I feel like default should always just be empty. Oh, but I do want to copy everything we just did, right? To the garbage. Oh, but we need to go to the job. Why was that other job stuck? I don't like it. Goodbye. Why you know? I said to the garbage with you. All right. Now we try again. I mean, on the plus side, it's not like the old days. You go through this lengthy set of steps to get something installed, and then you get to the end of it, and it doesn't work. And you say to yourself, self, I think I followed those steps. Then you look back at it, you look at all your little check marks next to all the little things that you did, and you go, crap, I left it in default again. Whatever, this is fine. Yeah, man. I feel like the last one went faster. Great, now everything is not running. ephemeral volume controller to create 0.5 nodes. Preemption is not helpful for scheduling. Well, they're in the right place, but nothing has decided to bind to them. Why? They're bound, but there's no pod on them. What are you complaining about now? Waiting for ephemeral volume controller to create a persistent volume claim. Is it because it's not creating a temp volume? Let me look at this deployment. All right, so I'm just going to edit the deployment directly. Also, never do this. We don't need any of the managed fields. We don't need the status. That's interesting. Temp ephemeral volume claim creation timestamp. Why is this written like this? So, all right, let's see here. Oop, I don't want that. Well, this might do it. Yeah, it should be just using an empty dirt, right? Volumes name empty dirt. Volumes name, but then it did this. I need to do this. This, and they both just need to say we'll give them a size limit of maybe not, well, yeah, sure. And we'll just do that with both of them. Oops. Size limit 500. There's probably something down here too. Temp. Temp. Data's in the right place. Yeah, that should be it. Wait, why would you try to... It's a temp volume. Why would you... don't know. Maybe I should have done it on the cedar first. Oh, right, but the cedar is a job. Label spec volume temp. Ooh, but it wants 5 gig there. I guess we can just do that for both of them, huh? Copy. Pasta. Oh, I hate you. I can't edit the job. All right. We need to... We're gonna make... let's just call you OpenProject temp. All right. So I need to... I don't know what it is. I need to figure it out, though. Oops. Because I have the autocomplete in there. And if I run this outside, it is just fine. O equals YAML? Or is it just, oops. What? Sometimes I swear I'm going crazy. Human. Yeah, see, that's in there. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, oh YAML. Is it because of the... Oh, it's because I did describe, huh? Yep. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to leave that. We don't need you. I don't think I can use the resource version. I'll leave it there for now, though. Timestamp is null. That should be fine. OpenProject password. Cool. Okay, next. Where's the volumes? Ah, there we go. Oops. Oh, it put the name at the end. I got a little concerned there. GI. Guess we just copy pasta. I think everything after status can go. But I do believe you need to go in the garbage first. Error parsing, error converting YAML to JSON, YAML line 129. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna have to do it again. No show line numbers. Control 3. And then Shift 3. And we're going to 129. What? Name temp. Name? Oh. I got you. Mapping values are not allowed in this context. What are you talking about? Name, empty dir, size limit. Control 3, Shift 3. Okay. Good thing I didn't sneeze in your ear there. Waiting for database. All right. 1 second. I won't. Oh. Map. X. Teeter. Git repo. Host path. PVC, portworx, projected, secret. Okay, no. That's if I'm using CSI, which I'm attempting to, or I was attempting to. Here we go. You can directly configure CSI volumes within the pod specifications. Volumes specified in this way are ephemeral and do not persist across pod restarts. Like, why would you want the overhead of using a CSI driver for that? Oh well, I can understand some circumstances, but why would you want that for a temp file? Okay. Conceptually, it's trying to make them local. It uses CSI ephemeral. So is that just a default in not the job, not the deployment? But in the actual release. Let's try and track that down. Where is... All right, so they're not giving us an option. We just have to use whatever they consider as useful for ephemeral. I think it's time for me to just start pulling this thing apart. I mean, on the plus side, they're not installing their own drivers or anything to try and make it work, so that's a plus. But let's just no, we don't want to do that. Okay. We want to start with the deployments. We're going to start with probably web. And we're going to need that. We're probably going to need that job. But let's see. Let's start with web. Oh, yeah, they both start with W. -o YAML, and we're gonna say that. We're gonna get rid of all this Helm crap. Creation timestamp, generation doesn't matter. You're not useful, you're not useful. You're useful, you're not useful, you're not useful. Don't need you. We do need you. We're gonna change this. We're gonna change this. We don't need you. We don't need you. Deadline. Nope. Yes, we want one replica. Do it 10. Yeah, we can leave the revision history. Get rid of you. So I don't know what these are for. So I'm just going to get rid of them for now. We'll figure it out. I feel like I've seen that before, and I ran into an issue where I had to regenerate that checksum to make it work with another project, but I'm honestly not 100%. Don't need you, don't need you. We do want you. We have version still, right? Yeah, we can keep that. Don't need you, we do want you. I'm not sure. Well, let's take a look. What are those secrets all about? Secrets. Database host, database ports. Okay. That's a lot of data. It's the whole configuration file. Okay, whatever. OpenProject, pull always. We do want the liveness probe. All right, and here's the init container. But we don't need an init container. Because the database is separate. Those are both set to empty dir, and all of status can go away. Crap, most of that's not going to be there though because it's in default. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Manual web, okay. What do we got in the pod? Still just pending. What your deal is? Nothing seems to be happening. Cameron, you can do it. I believe in you. I mean, I don't doubt that it's probably still gonna fail because the seeder hasn't happened. So it's gonna try and reach out to that database and say, hey, give me all my data. And the database is gonna say, sure, but I got nothing. But you'd think it would still throw an error, right? Let's check the pod. OpenProject Manuel. Oh, you know what? It could be hanging because this one's trying to use it. So if I just boom, even though the other one starts kicking in, this one may or should jump ahead of it. Maybe. Start containers, false. Okay. Set to the key password in, okay. Man, I would kill for a fail state, back off. Something, anything. Let's do this. We'll get rid of the deployment. Anything changing now? Try and start you over. This is going to be a mess to clean up. Why is worker the only thing that seems to be able to bind? And only one of the workers. Well, while we're waiting, because web could be waiting on worker to start, let's grab worker. And trash can. I wish it would say what it's waiting for. All right, let's clean this one up. Nope. Nope. I guess we can leave that alone. We don't want the instance. We don't want managed. Oops. Dang it. All right. 1, 2. Here are you. Don't want those. We do want the name. We do want the version. We don't want you. Change you to Manuel. Manuel. We don't want you. Don't want you. Need one of those. Ew, no, no. Well, no, we don't want the chart. We can review. The rest of this, I think, is mostly okay. I already set them to. Yeah, we don't want the init. Oh, it's still asking for this dumb. Boom, 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 boom. Dash. Empty die. Empty die. So, limit. Oops, GI. I. And everything on the status side can go away. What? Deployment inversion cannot be handled as deployment. Strict decoding error. Unknown field. Empterder. Empterder. Seems right. Back to deployments. They're still saying 0 of 1. Anything? Anything at all? Bueller? Bueller? Not ready and unreachable. Those are just the standards, right? I chose this project not because I thought it would be, not because it was easy, but because I thought it would be. And yet here I am. All right. It's probably going to fail at deleting itself because I've poked so many holes in it. Okay, now this is still hanging around like it seems to always do. For some reason. I wish I could see why this is taking so long. I didn't even check to see if this is always getting installed on Dev Mini 3. This could be a an issue with my security settings. And if so, it's good to know, right? Let's see. Oops. Source destination TCP window. Yep. All right. So I need to allow out to TCP 2049. Wow, I need to have the host though. Let's see. UFW allow to host. All right, so I need to allow a host to. Oh, here we go. So I need to allow to 10.1.24.30 TCP to, I think I need to do maybe out there. So TCP port 2049. And this is probably going to be 10.2.100.107. Destination port 443. I thought I had allow anything. Because I think, well, I'm fairly certain that that is Zabbix. If I could do allow out to 10.2.100.0.24, allow in from. Okay. So that should not be being blocked. I wonder if I can just do allow. Yeah, why is that a thing? Those lines should not be there. But let's see if we took care of our other problem before I allow myself to get too sidetracked. Oh, but I don't still, do I? I do. Okay, good. We're going to install you. I'm going to make sure it's not in default this time. And we run. And get out of default and go to dev services where we belong. Oh yeah, this takes a moment now. I guess I have to, oh, released, cool. It's gonna do all that stupid ephemeral stuff still though. I do need to allow out on that for everything, right? But it's going to create a new, I can't just, man, managing a firewall this way, or managing, this makes me think I need to just get rid of the firewall because this is interesting. Still put it on 3. If these just suddenly start working. But it did create them. And again, it's that stupid ephemeral volume crap. Oh, they actually flapped this time. Oh, that one came up. I've been fighting with the firewall for the last 2 hours. Isn't that fun? This is why you shouldn't do all your security work and then go on vacation. So my guess is the job should be executing database migration and database. Okay. Now, something I may be able to get away with is running this once. So basically use the Helm chart the first time. That creates the initial database, and then everything after that, I don't need all of this additional startup to validate the database and all that fun stuff. But man, that is dumb. This entire time. I'm just going to have to make sure and put something between it and the rest of the world. Because my understanding was that Kubernetes will take over the UFW settings, but it doesn't seem like it did. Or maybe I just have... Maybe I have to add some configuration to those plugins to make that work. Let's do a little bit of research while that's running. Though, actually, instead of CSI, what about Calico? So allow. Okay, so they've got it set up so that it'll send anything, TCP or UDP, between and that's what I'm seeing too. It's an issue. Host endpoints and other security policies instead of UFW. Okay. So that says it's done. Oh, good. That went green. Now I just need web to go green. Come on, web, you can do it. So the ingress. Okay, it's redirecting to HTTPS, but it's not doing the... Okay, that's on me. All right, but it's listening on HTTP. But it is not creating... It's not creating the thing. Okay, rules, this... Oh, it doesn't have the TLS annotations. It's got that, it's got that, okay. It's got the rewrite. But, oh, there we go, TLS hosts. Oh, right there. So here, however, got you, it's got you, it's got you, good. Status load balancer, ingress, and IP. I guess I can just copy this. Oops. Kind of. I need to rename everything, but this will be what? Bad indentation. Which one? Line 65. It says TLS is badly indented. Oh, because it matches up. Should be creating... Oh, it popped over to HTTPS. The SSL unrecognized enabler. Ah, okay. Good, good. That's fine. We're doing it. Invalid user. Alright, so now I need the admin user, which I think is in here. Probably here. Database, OpenProject host, OpenProject cache, admin user name, admin user password, admin. Okay. This needs to go away. Sure. Oh, oops, no, that's just going to be admin again. Test password 1234 bang. We can change it later. No thanks. All right. Well, we're in. Time and costs. Actually, the first thing I want to look at is, let's look at the administration. Wow, that is a lot of stuff. Is it? Oh, okay. So I love when projects do this. They have all of the buttons here that are just this. What does Enterprise Edition do? Installation support, Enterprise add-ons. Wait, it doesn't have Agile boards? It doesn't have security features. That seems odd. Plugins, what do we have? How do I add a plugin? GitHub, GitLab, Jira, Mattermost, Project, Nextcloud, Slack. Well, after all this time, it's seeming more and more like this is not for me. Enumerations. Document categories. Let's see. Please take a look at the list of supported plugins. Okay, that's useful. Great. Snipeit, what's that? Recent activity and overall view, okay. Let's see what this looks like. Let me grab this, add it to the notes. And the thing is, for the project management side of things, I'm 90% certain that I'm just going to start migrating projects directly over to Getia. 90, well, not even 90, maybe 70% certain. I mean, I kind of like the customizations I've got in Redmine right now. My biggest concern is that it seems like it's slowly dying. So why not do a little investigation, huh? But before we dig too far into this one, okay, this is at least updated. Some modules. Install on Linux, install on Windows. Let's check old Docker Hub. Someone probably already has. There it is. By Grok Ability. Updated about an hour ago. Oh man. I don't want to run another database. Is there? Oh, hey, back in 2016. Totally unsupported. Let's move to a more recent version. For years. 3 years later. We do not plan on officially supporting Postgres. Lots of changes have been made to improve compatibility, but it's not going to be a priority. As we don't support MySQL nor want to run it. Don't officially support it. It should alert everyone who participated. They were interested in it running. Last command has been changed to without the assignment sign. So I may be able to do it, just have to make some modifications. Okay, fun. What's this doing? We'll just look at the latest. Downloads everything, cool. Installs. Looks like it just needs to make 443 available, huh? Yeah, 443 and 80. I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. Let's get out of here. Got about a half hour. Think we can do it? We shall see. I mean, we've still got the OpenProject username and password. Although right now that database is going to be full of garbage, but yeah, whatever. I wonder. Let's just make some changes, shall we? All right, so you're going to be a deployment. You're not going to be default. You're going to be in dev services. We don't want you, but we do want you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to do that. You don't need you. I'm gonna use that. So how do you define We have a Docker image and it's, oh, there we go. Notice the only Docker image we support is this. If you grab a Docker image from any other repo, you're on your own. I like it. A note for noobs. All right, burb. Okay, we're back. Let's try running this thing. So it pulls it. We need some environment variables. These environment variables also, okay. You can call this file anything you want and put it wherever you like. Just remember what you called it and where you put it, since you'll need to reference this file when you run your Docker containers using the end file equals. For the purpose of this documentation, we'll call our file my environmental file. Your my-env file is not the same .env file snipeit uses directly, but the values you put in it are used to generate the env file. Okay. Fill in later. I don't think we'll get to later. Okay, so this is kind of like the minimum. So I guess I need either a config file, or I just need to create a secret that has, or not a secret, a config map that has all of this. Fun. All right. Here my environment contains these, then the container will automatically create and grant permissions. So does that mean I just need to put the other connection info in there? Don't need to specify the password. SQL port TCP. That's kind of funny. Why? All right, so I'm not really worried about the email parameters, but I am kind of concerned with this. So we need a, this thing handled it as a secret. So if I just create a secret the same way, here in dev services, and basically we need that MySQL database, MySQL user, and password. We're going to need all of these as well, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But we also need this. Database user password, right? Database user password, yep. We need that guy. To the port. And it's 5432. 10.2 or nope. 10.1.24.30. User is going to be OpenProject. The database is OpenProject. And the password is whatever that password was. Oh, I don't have it highlighted anymore. That's this one. Funny, I remember because I sounded it out. Right, and we're going to call this what? Right. And we hop back over here. Then we need this stuff, but I'm not going to have any mail. Like, is that absolutely required, I wonder? I'm going to leave it out for now. Add app environment. Production. App debug is false. App URL. It's going to be the same. I think I'll set it to something like, 8080. App time zone. I do wonder if this has the capability of starting in chunks so that it can be split up. I guess that's going to be needed as well, because I'm technically using Docker-ish. That's the biggest secret I've ever created. All right, so now I need to go here and I need to set all of these. That's fun. Oh, well, actually I can do that, huh? Environment from. And in this case, what did I name this stupid thing? Snipeit emb. And that's it. I mean, in theory, image pull. In this case, though, it's no longer OpenProject. It is now snipeit. I don't think I even need that. I can just do snipe slash. We'll just do latest. Now it's not mentioning any specific volumes. Let's just see what happens. Nope. Cannot unmarshal object into Go template spec of type v1 container. Huh. Let's just. No, that should be it right there. apps v1 deployment. Let's kill you. Don't need you yet. Okay, no, I'm not in the right place. Oh, but yeah, I kept some of the names. This can go. We don't need a service account. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Not OpenProject. You are snipeit. All right, try again. Deployment in version v1 cannot be handled as a deployment. JSON cannot unmarshal object into struct. Pod spec, template spec, containers. So it doesn't like something about the containers. All right, let's just clean everything. Like all of this is going to be default. There. It still doesn't like something. Snipeit, snipeit, snipeit. Get rid of the annotations. No additional hanging chads. I hope it's not that env from. Okay. There is a typo in deployment. I mean, it's about as basic as it gets at this point. About the only thing I can do is get rid of this stuff. Is it because spec is so far? Actually, that looks like a possibility. Although, I think I got rid of template, and I don't think I was supposed to. Yeah. An unmarshal object. Oh, geez. I know what it is. Oop. Still didn't like it. Spec selector and I'm gonna have to put all that back. Okay, fine. All right, replicas 1. Selector, match labels. And in this case, just copy pasta. And then I have to do it again under template. There we go. All right, let's see what it does, because frankly, I'm curious. No logs. I mean, we're only really going to get one shot at this before it's power down and call it a day. Pulling image. Pull that image, I dare you. Hey, it's green. I mean, I doubt it works, but it's green. Please rerun this container with an environment variable app key. An example. I would bet I'm not going to be able to go in here and add anything. Oh, no, I can. Maybe. All right, what did you want it to be? App key. Odds. Crash loop back off. Nope, back to green. So I'd have to create a service to allow 8080 out, and then but it seems to be running. So it wants me to restart Apache. Cannot reliably determine the server's fully qualified domain name. Okay. So now it needs a service for me to be able to poke around at it anymore. So just see if I can grab one real quick. Let's look at, yeah. Oh no, you're a weird one. API service name is, in this case, snipeit. I do need a label. That label is going to go back to you. Not going to need any annotations, no managed fields at all. No status, spec, ports, protocol. Port is 8080, target port 8080, node port 8080, selector. That. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Snipeit. That's because of that. And if I go to this service, let's see what happens. Can't be reached. Womp womp. I had a feeling, but it was worth a shot. Okay. Well, we may revisit this tomorrow. We may not. Like I said, my preference would be to get back to the security stuff, especially after that little firewall incident. So, if you've watched this far and you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and you want to see some more. If not, then, oh, hey, Tomato. I was just getting ready to take off. I got a dinner I got to get to. Yeah. Sad day for America. Yep, I'll be here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully back to security stuff instead of whatever this madness was. It was a tangent and a small rabbit hole at that. Have a good one. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Wish I could have hung out. Hope to see you tomorrow.